right. Thank you, everyone, for being here this evening. And welcome to the committee meetings of December 10th, 2024. The elected body present, Mayor Kurt Wilson, Councilmember Christine Hall, Councilmember Alan Sells, Councilmember David Johnson, Councilmember Sarah Beeson, Councilmember G. Lee Hills, Councilmember William Morkland. I'm Randy Knighton, the City Administrator, along with David Davidson, the Chief Legal Officer, as well as Michelle Miller, Deputy City Clerk. The purpose of committee meetings are for the city departments to convey information to mayor and council and to discuss initiatives listed on the published agenda, as well as provide updates of vital and important information of the operation of city government. And by ordinance, the committee consists of mayor and council as well as the city administrator. This is a public meeting, but not a public hearing. Therefore, while we certainly welcome members of the public, we do not take public comments or questions during committee meetings. We take public comments and questions during the regular council meetings on the second and fourth Monday of each month, as well as the fifth Monday in open forum. We do encourage our residents to engage our online platforms. If you need any information, please reach out to our staff and team members. We encourage everyone to visit Roswell365.com for a calendar of events and our web service portal to report any issues or concerns. And we certainly do encourage everyone to view the work session if you have not from last night. A very detailed discussion about fire response analysis from our fire department, as well as a great deal of information pertaining to the parking study and parking analysis for the city of Roswell. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes.
It's your birthday. That's the first item. First item is happy birthday. And by the way, I have to apologize. Christine really did not come through for you. So obviously, like she came through for Sarah last week.
I didn't
come through for you.
I'm sorry.
It is quite all right. I thank you very much for
But she does want to lead a happy birthday song.
Okay. All right.
Solo.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Randy. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your well wishes.
29 again.
And your thank you for your warm sentiments. I do certainly appreciate it. And also would commend this mayor and council, this elected body, for your tremendous leadership. Last night there were several items on the agenda that will certainly be catalytic for the city of Roswell going forward, including the Hill Street project, as well as the property at Bowen and 92, as well as a number of other items pertaining to operation of city government. So thank you very much for your leadership and your ability and willingness to be bold and courageous and take risks and move items forward for the betterment of the residents of Roswell. So thank you very much for your leadership. All right, first item on the agenda is the approval of the committee meeting minutes for November 26, 2024. Motion by Councilmember Johnson, second by Councilmember Beeson. All in favor? All right, that passes unanimously. Thank you very much. Item number 2 is listed on the agenda under administration. Consideration of a resolution to set qualifying fees for the municipal election on November 4th, 2025. Mr. Davids.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. State law requires that we set the qualifying fees for the November election before February 1st of this year. The qualifying fees are 3% of the preceding year's salary for its mayor and 3 council members. So the dollar amount will be $1,200 for the mayor and $540 to qualify to run for city council. And if approved, this will be on the January 13th meeting.
All right. Yes, Councilmember. All right. Okay.
Just a clarification.
One clarification, Councilmember Hall.
This year meaning the year 2025?
It's the qualifying fee is based on the prior year's salary, full year salary.
The fees are next year.
And so the fees are to run in this coming year's election,
Okay, and we have to set it by
February 1st.
of 25.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Any further discussion?
Sorry.
Motion by Councilmember
You
Beeson, second by Councilmember Sells. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All right, that passes unanimously. Thank you very much. Item number 3, as listed on the agenda under transportation, consideration to approve a construction contract for the Big Creek Parkway Phase 1 T-SPLOST Transportation Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax Project. Mr. Littlefield and Mr. Nichols.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch.
Oh, sorry, you don't need
I was gonna say, this is new without that. All right.
Sorry. I was only covering this side of the table, Michelle.
It's okay. Bye-bye.
You ready, gentlemen?
Yes.
All right, please.
Yeah, this is the consideration to approve a construction contract with Summit Construction and Development for an improvement at the SR 140, which is Holcomb Bridge Road and Warsaw Road intersection. It's better known as Big Creek Parkway Phase 1. The bid is $8,370,324.36. This project will add dual left turn lanes on 3 of the 4 intersection approaches, Warsaw Road widening from 2 lanes to 4 lanes from Holcomb Bridge Road to just north of Bainbridge Road, construction of sidewalks and an 8-foot multi-use trail along Warsaw Road. Construction is anticipated to begin in January, February of 2025. It will last about 270 days or 9 months. Description, we received 5 bids by the deadline. Summit Construction and Development is the apparent lowest responsible bidder, and that was at $8,370,324.36. The low bid came in at 0.22% over engineer's estimate, which was $8,351,554.95. That's the remarkable engineer's estimate. I mean, it was almost dead on. The bid, I'm very excited about that, actually.
It's literally like being a moving target, so it's impressive.
Yes. This bid consists of $7,507,699 for the roadway construction and $862,625 for the construction of waterline improvements to be reimbursed to the city of Roswell by Fulton County. This is just a picture of the proposed project. You can see Big Creek Phase 1 goes along Holcomb Bridge, which is that 6-lane section there. And that's our road, the Warsaw Road, which we are making drastic improvements on both of those. And this is basically the first step to allow us to accommodate Big Creek Phase 2 when it comes online. Financial impact, RDOT staff completed a preliminary review of the 5 bids and recommend awarding the contract to Summit Construction and Development, who was determined to be the lowest responsible bidder at $8,370,324.36. Funding in the amount of $32,263,978.87 is available in the Big Creek Parkway T-SPLOST 1 project account. Staff recommendation, approved construction contract with Summit Construction and Development. Authorize $418,516 for the project account for unforeseen conditions. That total would be $8,788,840.36. That's basically a 5% contingency in case we encounter things that just we cannot see on the ground. Any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Littlefield.
Yes, sir.
Questions or comments from Mayor and Council? Seeing none, we'll entertain a motion. Motion by Councilmember Johnson to move the item forward, second by Councilmember Hills. Any further discussion? All right, seeing none, all in favor? All right, that passes unanimously. I believe we have a request to add one item to the agenda. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right. And that one item, I believe, is a project road list for 2025.
Yes, it's our 2025 road surfacing list. I believe Director Littlefield has a very rudimentary PDF for us. I would say one of the reasons why we went to a calendar year budget is to hopefully get a better return on our dollars. And by approving this tonight, we'll be able to get our city's road surfacing list bidded earlier and hopefully maximize the amount of dollars that we can use to resurface our roads.
Yes, and this is I've handed out a handout before the meeting. Everybody should have one. It goes over the roads that RDOT recommends for resurfacing. The PCI rating is on the right-hand side. I do apologize, we put this together rather quickly to get it on council for January 13th so that we can get this out on the street. It's about 12 miles of roadways, 12.04 miles of road. The average PCI, you can see some of these are a little high, higher than the 5s that we see here, which is definitely a need. Every one of these roads is in definite need of resurfacing, but some of them are in close proximity or in the same similar neighborhood that the mobilization costs would be just through the roof if we just keep going year to year, going from neighborhood to neighborhood. So some of these roads you'll see are in the 50s, I think one maybe a 60 even, and that is in need of resurfacing, but it will save the city money in the long run, just for keeping it in the same neighborhood. We did avoid any roads that were in the 70s, which we pretty much considered to be a decent road. So we didn't do those, but anything that was below that 70 mark, we tried to hit in the same neighborhoods that we were going after with PCI ratings in the 30s and 20s. This isn't a guarantee that we hit every road on this. I believe it's about $200,000 over our $4 million allotment between the budget and the LMIG money. The LMIG roads are not on here because we brought those last month to committee and council. These are just the roads from the general fund. In the roads that we are able to do will depend on the bids that come in once we bid those. So if we need more roads, we will certainly get those roads to you to accommodate that $3 million. Are there any questions? I know you just got the list. It's very fast and quick, but we do want to get this on the street and advertised as soon as possible. So once we go to council, we'll be able to get this on the road, out on the street, and get bids in within a couple of weeks to a month.
Questions from Mr. Littlefield? Yes, Councilmember Sells.
Are these sort of clustered together, or?
They're actually in alphabetical order. That's the way they come in on our PCI rating, and so that's the way this is. It's not.
These aren't predominant, like, they're all over the city.
They are all over the city, yeah.
But they're in bunches. Is that what you're, is that the
A lot of them are in bunches because of a neighborhood, and we try to hit the worst streets in the neighborhood, yes.
Further questions or comments regarding this item? Councilmember Johnson? All right. A motion by Councilmember Johnson, second by Councilmember Beeson. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All right, this item will move forward to the January 13th, 2025 Mayor and Council meeting. Seeing there is no further business on this committee meeting, we'll entertain a motion of adjournment. Motion by Councilmember Worthman, second by Councilmember Johnson. All in favor? All right, that passes unanimously. Have a wonderful evening.
Happy birthday, Randy.